Hi, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. I would really appreciate it if you would like this post and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to putting out a lot more updates on my life and things in general. So today I want to talk about a mixed bag of things. I'm going to start with a story that I recently had happen with a neighbor that lives near me. After this whole thing with politics and courts, lawsuits, and all the other stuff, this neighbor called me and said, he said, I'm so excited that there's all these charges that are all these things about Trump, that he was pretty excited about all the charges with Trump. And I told him, I said, look, buddy, I don't think you understand. Whether you vote for a carrot or a potato, it's not going to matter, because the people that are making all the decisions are already going to be making the decisions anyways. They're going to continue using your money and my money to buy bombs, or they're going to give all the money to other countries that are going to use that money to buy bombs. They're going to use our money to subsidize seed oils and sugar and all the other stuff that's killing us. Who we vote on has nothing to do with anything. And where I live, it's very heavily weighted in one party or the other, and they don't hear anything above whether you're red or blue, whether you're one or the other. And I don't completely understand that, because I've always voted one way, but I've always voted for a person or the party that most closely fit my thoughts for how things could have been or should have been. Anyways, I'm not super political, but I was a little bit confused by his conversation, and now I'm realizing that when people talk about how they align with these beliefs or this thing, when people start talking about aligning, they've already been fed like a whole spiel of stuff that they're getting ready to let you have. And those conversations it's not a conversation, it's like a one-sided story. And I just personally don't have time for that. So apparently we're not friends anymore, and that's okay, because I didn't like the conversation anyways. So that was an interesting thing that happened. My health feels like it's getting better. I'm having I have more strength in my body. Like, I'm feeling the muscle in my body, and I don't know if it's the actual muscle or the nerves that are feeding the muscle that's actually giving me a muscle ability to grow. But I'm actually starting to build some muscle, which is great news. The weird thing is that when you lose all your muscle for whatever reason, whether it be diabetes, prediabetes, metabolic issues, or probably even with anything, I've never broken any bones or really hurt anything so long that I haven't used it that I've had to regrow muscle. But the weird thing is that this thing with the muscle coming back, again, I don't know exactly why it's coming back or how it's coming back, but I do know that it's coming back. I have zero coordination with any of the muscle that's associated with that part of my arm or that part of my leg, or like there's just no coordination. It's really frustrating. If I am holding a dish or something, I have to make sure I have both hands on it, and like I'm holding it very close to my body so that if it starts slipping out of my hands, I can, lean it into my arms or lean it into my stomach or something. It's really frustrating. So I'm hoping that continuing to work out and just continual healing, gaining my weight back and continually getting more muscle, I'll be able to get function over this muscle. It's very strange. My joints are still very snappy. Like, that was my chair, that wasn't my joints. But I wake up in the morning, and I think we all wake up in the morning and stretch. But when I stretch, I can hear it. It starts in my shoulders. My shoulders start snapping, then my elbows, and not my wrists, but definitely my fingers. Like I can snap my fingers constantly. Like just I can continually snap them, and I'll be happy when this is done and gone. It's very very strange and it's frustrating actually. Sometimes I'll feel like I want when I want to get if I have to get up and go to the bathroom at night, I'll have to give myself a little bit extra time because if my elbow doesn't snap right, I have a hard time getting the blankets off me or getting out of the bed. It's really weird. It's very strange. I'll just be happy when I get past all this snapping and all these joint issues. So the neuropathy in my hands, it feels different. It's not as much like it's not I can still feel it in my fingers like in the skin, but it's more like it's deeper in my body. It's not like the skin, the skin on my fingers. It's like the actual joints in my fingers. It's like the joints in my bones, my finger bones that like that's where I feel the neuropathy more, less in my fingers. It's really weird because I am starting to get and I had read that this is a indicator that the nerves are growing back. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting itchy spots on my skin. And I have to check and make sure that I didn't get bitten by a bug or I don't have a rash or some weird shit that's going on, which I don't. I check and I make sure I'm good. It's the actual skin. It's not something affecting my skin. It's the actual skin. It's inside. So I get these areas on my thumbs where my thumbs get very itchy and lately like my right on my elbows and like right on my wrists it gets kind of itchy and it's not like itchy where I'm scratching it till it's red or anything like that. It's like it's quick and I'll itch it and it'll kind of go away and then it feels like it doesn't it satisfies it but it doesn't make it go away. It does kind of come back a little bit. So that's very strange. I'll be happy when all that's completely gone. So as my nerves, again, I think what I'm feeling now is all my nerves resupplying the muscle in my body, which I think that's good news because it took me 20 years to dissipate those nerves down. Hopefully, it's not going to take 20 years to get them back, but once as I get the nerves resupplying the different areas of my body, it's much more of a longer term fix and things should start getting a little bit better for me. This has been a really weird week. My spine is still very um, tense. It's like, it's very tense. It started in the base of my spine and then it kind of worked its way up to the middle of my back. And then in the last, like, I don't know, 10 days or so, it's gotten all the way up to my shoulders and from my shoulders out to my elbows. It feels like I'm just like stretched so tight on my back. I try to stretch out regularly, but it's like stretching isn't enough. I can't stretch quite enough. I try to do push-ups and it does kind of feel a little bit better, but not a lot better. And then the other, like probably about I don't know 5 or 6 days ago, I would wake up in the morning. I'd sit at the edge of my bed and just try to stretch as much as I could, and I can feel my spine like snapping, not snapping like making noises, but I can feel it aligning, which I don't know what that's caused by. Maybe it's I don't know the muscle around my spine or maybe the nerves in my spine. I'm not exactly sure how that's working, but I can feel what feels like it feels like it's getting better. It doesn't feel like it's getting weaker. It definitely feels like it's getting stronger, so that's good news. So the weather where I'm at, I live in New York, so it's freezing cold like 10 months out of the year. There's 1 month of sweltering heat and 1 month of fair to decent weather. It's weird because a couple weeks ago I took all the blankets off of my bed. I had just sheets and I had one thin blanket. And then the temperature dipped down to like 40, 50 degrees at night. And I had to put blankets back on my bed, which is not bad. I don't hate it. But it's just it's uncomfortable. It's weird. So now I've got blankets that are back on the bed, and it's going to be 100 degrees in the next couple of days. So that should be interesting. It'll probably still stay nice and cool in my house, which is good. So one of the things that I'm struggling with right now is jobs. I've been out of work for quite some time. I don't completely understand how it works, but I am starting to realize that I'm starting to not realize, but I'm starting to understand that the government is choosing to force companies to prioritize race and gender over the qualifications for the job. Now, I'm highly qualified, but obviously, I'm a man, I'm white, and I clearly am not fitting the focus that the government is pushing to hire. So, finding a job for me, I mean, I wish I could say that if I worked harder, I would find something faster, but it's just not the case. I mean, I send hundreds, maybe even thousands of applications every month. And I do get interviews, which lets me know that my applications are being seen, but I'm not getting job offers. They are not offering. And I'm on LinkedIn and I see that there's a lot of friends that I know that are in the same position I'm in. I don't think they've been at it as long as I have, but they definitely are in the same position. And now they're calling it reverse. What is it? Reverse. What do they call it? Reverse. Like they're reversing the reverse discrimination, where maybe they just, I don't know. I never noticed any discrimination. I always worked in companies and in departments where there was a diverse group of people that worked, whether it be gender or race. There was always a diverse group. Maybe it's just the companies I worked for. I'm not totally sure. But now there is reverse discrimination where I know people that are like me that are highly qualified that aren't getting the job, and it's not because they're not qualified. And now we're getting to the point, I know I'm getting to the point where I've been out of work for so long, companies are wondering why I'm not working. And it's not like I'm not trying to work. I want to get back to work more than anything in the world. I just can't seem to get the offer to get to the next step with the jobs. So the other thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about cauliflower pizza. So I bought this thing, and I was so excited because I do love pizza, and with my health and just the way that my body metabolizes pizza, it hasn't been the smartest thing for me to eat for a very long time. So I was very excited about eating cauliflower pizza because it's cauliflower, right? It's vegetables. It should be much better than eating all the dough and all the carbs with the dough and all that other stuff. So I was very excited to try this out. And I gotta be honest, I like it. It was good. It was pretty cheap. Again, I ordered this great value pizza. So for taste, I thought it tasted good. It did taste like cauliflower, or it tasted like it could have been cabbage. It tasted cabbagey, but it had a nice. It tasted like a good crust, and the toppings on it was pretty good. I would eat this again, but what I didn't like is, and I'm gonna just read a little bit of this. What I didn't like is engineered food ingredients. I don't know exactly what that is, but that doesn't sound good. This has all kinds of garbage in it. It has, let me just see here. There's sugar in it, which is not a lot, but it's enough that they have to list it. So I don't really need sugar in cauliflower pizza. I just want a pizza alternative that doesn't have sugar or any other garbage. The other thing that was in here, I think it was seed oils. And I don't see it right off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there was seed oils in it. Now this great value thing, this is usually name brand that's unbranded. So it's not like I'm going to be able to buy a better brand of cauliflower pizza because this probably is the better brand. It's just unmarketed and unlabeled. That's how this great value thing with Walmart works. So unfortunately, I don't think cauliflower pizza is going to be a good alternative for me. I think if I was to eat regular pizza, it'd probably be about the same. It's going to have the same seed oils. It has sugar. It has bioengineered ingredients that who knows what that even means. I don't know. If you know what that means, do me a favor. Leave it down below. I'm curious to know if you know what a bioengineered food item is or food ingredient is. And how horrible is that? So one of the things that I've been thinking back, like I have always eaten not great. I've always eaten a lot of sugar. I ate a lot of engineered food products like cereal. I ate a lot of cereal. Pop Tarts. Love Pop Tarts. I still miss Pop Tarts. So I've not really eaten great. And I definitely started having some health issues, even as far back as 20 years back. Now, when I took this right to the edge, is a couple years ago I had a life change that I was still eating a lot of the garbage that I had previously eaten, but I fried a lot of food in canola oil. And I had no idea that that was so bad because that's vegetable oil. It's vegetable, right? It's not seed oils. It's terrible. It's horrible for you. And I think that that's what I've been slowly trying to get out of my system. And hopefully at some point, the last little drip or drop will be out of my system and my body will start recovering much faster than what it has been for the last 2 years. I've been keto and carnivore, almost no sugar. I mean, I do eat sugar once in a while. Once a month I'll eat a nice treat, or once every couple of weeks I'll eat a nice treat. Like my pizza. I knew there was sugar in that. I can taste it. As soon as I put something in my mouth, if there's sugar in it, I can taste the sugar. I can actually taste the sugar whether it's glucose or fructose. It's really strange. I'm so sensitive to sugar now. So that cauliflower pizza, I would definitely eat a cauliflower pizza again. I wouldn't eat it thinking that it was healthy. I wouldn't even eat it thinking that it was much healthier than homemade pizza or regular pizza. Because guess what? They have the same carbs. They have the same seed oils. Clearly they have sugar. And this one has bioengineered food products, which whatever the heck that is, I don't even know. So it's clearly not better for me. It's an alternative. It's not cheaper, that's for sure. I think I can get a regular pizza, like a Tombstone pizza, for $4. This thing was $5. And I know it's only $1, but for me, every dollar does count. So I won't be buying any cauliflower pizza again. Not from Walmart, not Great Value, not from any of the name brands. I just won't buy it unless I see one that has no seed oils, doesn't have any of the garbage ingredients. If it has like 5 ingredients, maybe I would consider it. But this laundry list of ingredients that this thing has, it can't be healthy. It's not good. So that's pretty much about the update that I have. My health is not worse. It's maybe a little tiny bit better, but I'm hoping that in the next week or 2 weeks, I'll start feeling something greatly better. Like the weirdest thing, I still have this thing with my hands that, like the muscle just doesn't work right. I'll be happy if I can get through that. Anyways, if this has been interesting at all, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm adding more posts like this one. Hopefully my forward going posts will be with better news. I can't wait to get on this on a Sunday and tell everybody how I've had some kind of a great breakthrough and I'm feeling much better. That's going to feel so good to me. Anyways, if you have any questions, do me a favor and leave it below. I answer all questions. I answer all comments. If I can help anybody avoid some of the things that I've had to go through with this whole metabolic reversal, I have no problem making comments on that. Because if I can help somebody avoid all this, I would love to help. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare specialist. I don't know anything about anything health-wise. Actually, I know how to make all the wrong decisions because that's what I did. And that's why I'm where I am now. But anyways, I hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.